What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today?
This type of rhetoric from leaders.
Yeah. What's going on? Yeah, maybe I need to do something else. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. I'm back. No. I get back and I gotta like try to set up everything over here. Gotta try to reset everything. Oh, what's up? What's going on? I know I've been off for a few days now. First day back. First day back. We'll see how this thing goes. I don't know how long. Well, I don't know. We're gonna play this live by ear. Happy Labor Day, everyone. We're gonna play this live by ear to see how it goes. Because honestly, I've been driving all day, so I'm pretty tired. I'm pretty tired. I think I'm ready to go home. I think I'll go home. I'm pretty tired. Visa subs are 25% off right now. All right. Well, I would let the people know, but I think you're the only one there. Or I would totally tell some other people. I would totally mention it if there was anyone to mention it to. All right, y'all. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope everybody's doing well. Ugh. I didn't even take my keys out of my pocket. I'm not even like ready. I'm not even ready today. Ugh. Man. I've told myself like 8 times today that told myself 8 times today that I was gonna put in these eye drops and keep my eyes hydrated. And I am so bad about it. But I was driving too, you know what I'm saying? I was driving too, so ugh. Gross. Anyways, I had a nice little mini vacation, in case anybody was wondering. I had a nice little mini vacation, and I'll be honest with y'all, when I take these little like mini vacations, I turn off everything. So I've been playing catch up today. I'm trying to figure out everything that's going on. All right. I've been playing catch up today. And I'll tell you what, RFK's a trip, dude. RFK's a trip. He's a That dude's gonna get a lot of people killed, dude. Like for real, for real. For real, for real, for real. All right. Anyways, let's get this thing going. Get this thing moving. Oh, see, I told you. Like when I take the time off, I don't even like. I come back. None of my stuff is set up. See, I have this whole setup ready to go, and then it doesn't happen. Hey, other person in Twitch, subs are 25% off right now. Just thought I'd let you know. All right, we're about to get this thing started. Brianna, thank you so much for the $20 over on Venmo. So I hope you had a good weekend off. And I hope, oh, sorry, the notification. And I hope you're feeling better. Welcome back. I did have a good little time off, and I am feeling much better. And I am feeling much better. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. And I really appreciate that. Big W's in the chat for Brianna for the first donation for the night. I really, really appreciate that. That was very sweet of you. And to check in on me like that too. I think that's really awesome. So I really appreciate that. It is the first of the month. It is the first of the month. So that means it's time for a little giveaway time. All right. But we are going to do the giveaway a little different today. We are going to do the giveaway a little different today. I'm going to kind of spread out my giveaways throughout the month, this one a little bit. Okay. Because everything's a little off since there was no gifteds on the subs. Everything was a pain in the butt last month. It's just over there, but the membership stayed really high. So I really appreciate y'all for the support. That really, really does mean a lot to me. So while I figure out how I'm going to kind of rework this for our members, and for my subs, I really appreciate that. I think today, we're going to start bingo. We're going to start bingo. So if you guys are subs or members and you guys are in my Discord in the subspaces, you guys know that I have a huge section for bingo cards. Bingo cards that if guests say those bingo things, throughout the live, you guys can find a bingo, and first person I see tonight that gets bingo is going to win a piece of merch. I don't know what that piece of merch is going to be. I think we're going to do I think we're going to have some fun with that. I'm not really sure, but we're going to do some bingo today. So if you guys are in my Discord and you guys are, a paid sub member, depending on which section you are, and are verified there and all that fun stuff, make sure you guys hit that bingo card stuff too, and we will. Make sure you guys hit that bingo card. And thank you. Shoot. Gotta mute it. No, it's just straight line bingo. I promise you, the blackout won't happen. All right. But we are playing some bingo tonight. So somebody do me a favor, put it in that bingo channel. Let everyone know that bingo is live. And that way we can do that for the day. So just one of the benefits of being a member or sub and all that sort of stuff is getting access to the Discord servers like that, and also being able to do bingo stuff. So that's really, really awesome. So I really, really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. We are going to open up these phone lines, get this thing going. No time like the present, right? There's no time to lollygag. No time to lollygag. Thank you so much, Chair, for bringing up my backup. I appreciate that. And Michelle, thank you so much for becoming a paid sub over there. I really, really appreciate that. That is very, very sweet of you. Thank you so much. Oh. Did everybody have the day off? Is that how this worked? Not sure. Anyways. Hello, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
All right, how old are you? How old are you?
Say that again?
How old are you?
28.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do.
That's kind of weird.
Why is that weird? Isn't it weirder that you support Kamala?
I don't support Kamala.
So you didn't vote?
I didn't say I didn't vote.
Well, then...
Did I ask you?
Tell me who you voted for?
Did I ask you who you voted for? Well, you did. First of all, you didn't ask me who I voted for.
You said, do you support Trump? I said, yeah.
Yeah. I'm asking you, do you support Trump currently, not last November?
Well, yeah, I've supported him for the last...
Well, then what does that have to do with Kamala Harris?
Years.
Kamala Harris stopped being a presidential candidate like damn near a year ago now. Why are we still talking about who he ran against last November? I'm asking you if you support him right now. And then since Donald Trump is not running against any candidate right now, then who exactly would I support?
Nah, yeah, sure, whatever. But yeah, I do support
I am
Donald
asking you if
Trump.
you currently support the president, which was the question that
Yeah,
I
of
asked
course
you.
I do.
Okay.
Yes, I support President Donald Trump, of
Yes,
course.
and I'm saying that's weird. So yes, it would be quite a bit weirder, in like the way you said, if I currently supported somebody who was not the president, nor had any chance of being the president, and held no position in government whatsoever. Yes, that would be very, very weird if I supported that person. That would be very
But
strange.
do you
I
like
agree.
identify as like a libertarian? Like, what's your political stance?
I don't. I'm sorry. Are you saying what is my political stance, or what do I identify as? Because those are also two very different.
Yeah,
questions.
like, are you a liberal? Are you Republican? Like, what are you?
I'm a progressive.
Progressive. All right. So
Mhm.
what does that entail? Like, what's your number one issue in politics?
Well,
What do you
sir,
want
just
to
be
progress?
hold on. Again, you're asking me two different questions. What does that entail, or what's my number one issue in politics? See, those
Yeah,
are two
what's your-
very,
what's
very
your-
different questions. Okay, but
What's your number one issue
but
as a
sir,
progressive?
if you wanted to like just find out like my number one issue or what really gets to me, I would advise you join my Discord, maybe hang out in the live for a while. I'm trying to find out why you support Trump.
Okay, you want my number one issue?
No, I
You
want to
just
know
wanna
how
know-
you support Donald Trump, putting someone like RFK in power, who is literally, gutting things like the CDC and taking away, scientists and doctors
CDC
who have
is
been
full
there.
of shit. They got us into the
Okay,
whole
awesome.
disinformation mess with COVID.
Awesome. So how are they? We're not talking about COVID. We're talking about right now. So how are they currently full of shit?
The CDC?
Yeah, so like RFK is doing stuff like, they're reviewing whether, children should take like measles vaccines, like MMR vaccines, right? He is currently claiming that he can like tell if somebody has autism just by looking at how swollen their face is, right? He's making claims about, about removing chemicals from foods because they don't have them in their foods in Europe, even though they do have them in their foods in Europe, right? He's making all of these outlandish claims about ridiculous, things that vaccines are doing, and he's literally stacked the CDC with a panel full of anti-vaxxers. Okay, which literally like is could be like have horrific consequences. I'm just trying to understand how you can support an administration that is backing someone who is literally, like trying to get rid of like MMR vaccines and other vaccines who have saved literally millions of lives in this country.
Well, I don't necessarily think that it's like important to like give children like every single vaccine known to man, especially when there's proven to been vaccine injuries. So like
Proven
you
to be
can at least
vaccine
leave it up to the
injuries. What do you
parents.
mean by that?
Well, yeah, there's been reported vaccine injuries.
What's a
but
vaccine
most notably
injury?
with the COVID shot. Say what?
What's a vaccine injury?
Like people like responding badly to it. Like people.
Well, of
have
course,
had, like,
everybody
heart
has
attacks
always
and
responded
strokes.
to every single vaccine.
Yeah.
There have always been a certain percentage of people that have responded to every vaccine ever. Just like there's been people that have responded to Tylenol wrong, right? But
Yeah,
it doesn't
sure.
make it.
So do you
it
think
doesn't
that we
make it.
should
Hold on,
force
sir. I'm
people
still in
to
a,
get
sir. I'm
vaccines
still in the middle
like
of a
we did
sentence.
during
Sir, I'm
COVID?
still in the middle of a sentence. Yeah. So just because something could have a negative reaction doesn't mean that we should, review it like, say whether, it's good for the majority of people, right? Like that'd be like saying we should take, things like, we should take tomatoes off of the shelves in the grocery stores because there are some people that have a bad reaction to tomatoes. Is that what you think we should do?
Well, I mean, you're comparing apples to oranges. Like that's not the same thing. You're talking about like tomatoes and bro. I'm just saying like we can't be forcing people to get vaccines like we did during COVID in order
Sir,
to get
what
a
is
job.
your obsession with COVID? Do you want to go back to COVID times? Is this
I
is this
really
what
don't.
is this what
But
is
it's
this
people
what being,
like you that
is
kept
this
us
what
in COVID
is
times
is
for
this
4
what
years,
being a
bro.
conservative is not being able to live in the present? Is that what that is? Are you a conservative, sir?
I would say I'm like a Republican, maybe not conservative.
Right,
Like, I wouldn't be
Republicans are
considered
conservative.
conservative
So
or
you,
Republican.
is this what mean?
Well, it's not the same thing though. Republicans and
sir?
conservatives
Is
aren't the
this
same
what
thing.
being a Republican is like in today's like world? Is it we can't have an idea and even put in our brains something that's happening currently that we have to consistently just go back to something else just to be mad about something? Sir, you started off with trying to talk about Kamala Harris, who's nowhere in our government as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, unless you know something I don't know. And I'm currently talking about, repercussions of things like the measles vaccine. Okay. But you want to talk about Kamala Harris and COVID. Why can you not focus on what's going on right now?
Well, because it's important to, refer to the past to know how we got to the present. So that's all I was saying.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you want to refer to the past and on how we got the present, then I can make you like tons of examples of, presidents and leaders across the world who have taken over, the city militarily, like the capital city of their country militarily, who have taught like ultranationalism, our ultranationalism within their countries. Like we can talk
you
about
don't
lots
think
of
we
past
should be
things.
nationalists?
Ultranationalists? No, that would be what's called
What's
fascism.
an ultranationalist?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nationalism above all else.
Well, I mean, shouldn't we put our country first, though?
I didn't say we shouldn't put our country first.
Okay, so you would agree with an America First sentiment.
Sir, what is America first?
Well, just like you said, putting our country before
No,
anybody
but
else.
how? Because the things that Donald Trump is doing aren't putting the country
Not
first.
sending like a bunch of money to Israel and Ukraine.
Donald Trump is currently sending a bunch of
like
money to Israel and Ukraine.
Yeah, and I don't agree with him on that.
Okay, so
I
therefore,
support him in a lot of things, not on
the
that.
things that you're saying America first aren't America first, but yet he's still holding an ultra-nationalist agenda. What I'm saying, sir, is if you want to talk about how we should go and reference the past, I can show you multiple examples of how what Donald Trump is doing right now ends up in an authoritarian dictatorship in which subjugates his people and commits atrocities across this planet. Do you really want to go back to the past, or should we continue to focus on the present?
So you're comparing him to Hitler?
Your words, not mine, sir.
Well, you're talking
Sir,
about
I'm sorry.
dictator.
Even if I was, you first of all, you do realize that there's been more authoritarian dictators in the history of the United States besides Hitler, right? You don't think Hitler was the
but
only?
That's the most notable one. That's what people most commonly refer to.
Well, because since you're most commonly referred to, you think it's the most common one. You think that's what I'm saying? I never said that.
I apologize if that's what I thought you maybe said. Maybe
I'm just saying, sir, apparently you want to talk about history, but only just very recent history and apparently not be much after that. I would rather focus on the present, but that's personally me,
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. So why are you...
The main thing I support Donald Trump for is the deportation.
So let's go back to the present.
It's insane.
Okay, let's go back to the present.
Right now.
Okay. There is literally zero evidence, okay, anywhere, okay, that shows that the measles vaccine is bad, right? That shows that it causes the things that RFK is saying that it causes.
Wait, why are we talking about RFK? Aren't you talking about supporting Trump? Isn't that your main narrative on your page?
Was RFK
says, why do you support
I'm sorry,
Trump?
was RFK not appointed by Trump?
Well, yeah, but you're
okay, is
asking
RFK currently working in the Trump administration?
Yeah, and I'm glad he's there.
Is
over,
he
like,
doing
the
things?
Fat trans people we had before that.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah. So you're supportive
we
of,
have
of
literally
Donald Trump's
fat
decisions.
trans people in charge of health. Like RFK's
Gotcha.
in shape.
There
like,
you go.
He
so will
does
you
know what
please
he's
explain to
talking
me
about.
why he is going to put millions of children's lives at risk trying to get rid of things like the measles vaccine, which has been proven over and over through scientific study to be like completely healthy. Of course, even a healthy thing somebody can have a bad reaction to it, just like tomatoes. Why do you support him putting all of these children's lives at risk?
I don't think erring on the side of caution is putting children's lives at risk.
That's not erring at the side of caution. Actually, the measles vaccine is the side of caution. Right? It's the side of caution.
But is it though? And
yes.
Who are you to say that on people's behalf?
Who am I to say that on people's behalf, sir? It's not me.
Yeah, I mean, Fauci
it's
and the
literally,
CDC were wrong
sir,
before.
I'm sorry.
They were
Who's
proven to
Fauci?
be wrong.
I'm sorry. Is Fauci in the government right now?
Well, yeah, but he was.
Okay. So now you want to go back. I thought we were focusing on the present, sir.
So we can't ever talk about anything that happened before today.
No, sir. But see, this is what like you do, and a lot of people that that think like you do, right? Everything is, under Biden's administration, Biden, but Biden did this. Oh, sir, but Biden did this, and Fauci and Biden, they did, and he couldn't walk upstairs. Sir, that's gone. Donald Trump has been the president for almost a year now. Okay? He's at least 3/4 of a year. Okay? I want to talk about the things that Donald Trump is doing right now. I don't want you to just sit here and talk. Sir, if we need to go back to last year, we can. We can reelect Biden. We can bring him back, put him in presidency so you can talk about him all day. Is that helpful?
Listen, you're the one talking about Biden. I didn't even bring up Biden one time. You're the first one to bring up Biden.
Donald Trump is currently doing things that are hurtful to the United States, hurtful to people, hurtful to children. Okay. Him and the people within his administration are currently doing things, okay, that are hurtful. I am trying to talk about the current things. If bad things happened by other administrations and had bad people in them, they made bad decisions, then I condemn those bad decisions. But I am very much concerned about what's going on for right now and what's going on in the future.
I bet you voted for
And
Biden, though. I bet you
sure,
did.
whether
And
I
know
voted
you
for
did.
Biden or Ron Paul or
Of course you
fucking
did.
whether I wrote,
And you're going to vote for Gavin Newsom.
maybe I
You're
wrote
going to
it
vote
in
for AOC.
Maybe I wrote in Mickey Mouse. You don't have a fucking clue because the cool thing about a voting booth is it's private. Okay?
Yeah, but I'm willing to air mine out, and you're going to, like, hide
Sir,
like a
I
coward
never
and not
asked
air
you
yours
whether
out.
you voted for Trump or not. You decided
You're
to
asking people
divulge
if they
that
support
information.
Trump.
Yes, currently.
Same shit.
Again, sir, I know you want to go back in the past. I know.
Yeah, a whole year ago when I
So,
voted.
like about 20 years ago, I graduated high school. Okay, and
Okay.
back then Bush was the president. All right, so let's talk about the efficacy of the Iraq War. Sound good?
Sure. Wait, but why
Yeah.
are
So,
you
what are
going
your
back
feelings
now?
about it?
The Iraq War?
Yeah.
I thought, okay, yeah, I can tie that in today, too.
No, I don't want you to
I
tie it
think
in today. I want you to talk about
Well,
the
I'm
Iraq
gonna-
War back then, and what do you think how the administration's like good and bad things were when it came to that war?
I think Israel drags us into unnecessary wars, just like they did back then, and they're still doing it now. And I think that
So, what
that's
was
not
Bush's like best and worst decision when it came to that?
invading Iraq. I think that it was a poor decision to stay there, past not finding weapons of mass destruction.
Stay there how long? Well, how long do you think?
I mean, didn't we?
Do you
just
think
get
that we
out,
ever
like, a
had
few
weapons of
years
mass
ago?
destruction? Do you think we ever had intel that there was weapons of mass destruction?
I mean, yeah, and we could have got fake intel to keep us there.
We could have gotten fake intel from ourselves.
Like an inside source from a foreign country that we're allied
An inside
with,
source so we don't check our own intelligence.
Listen, I'm just saying it wasn't a good idea to be there in the first place, and I still think it's a bad idea to be there.
Okay, so you condemn the Republicans for that.
Well, Trump ran on.
I didn't ask about Trump, sir. We're talking about the Bush administration. You have been incessant about going back to the past, so let's go to the past. Let's talk about
Well,
it.
now I want to go to the future. Now
You want to go to the future? All right, awesome. Can you please explain to me why millions of children are going to be put at risk in this country because Donald Trump put fucking RFK as the head in fucking our government, okay, and is literally questioning vaccines that have saved millions of lives and trying to take it off the market where things like insurance aren't going to cover it, where stores aren't going to be able to fucking give it unless you have certain conditions. Can you please explain to me why putting millions of fucking children's lives at risk is a good thing?
I think it's a good thing that you're on the side of caution. I really do.
Sir, that's not what I asked you. This is not the. How is this the side of caution?
By pumping a bunch of children with vaccines, like little test bunnies, like
sir, test bunnies. Do you know how long
It's
the
the parents'
measles vaccine
decision.
has
It's
been
the
around?
parents'
Do you know
decision.
how long the measles vaccine has been around?
Bro, it's the parents'
Sir, how
decision to
long has
make.
the
though.
measles
It's not
vaccine?
your decision.
How
It's not
long-
your or any
How
party's
long
decision to
has
make
the
who gets the vaccine.
measles vaccine been around?
A long ass time,
How
but it's
long,
not your
sir?
decision to make
How
if
long?
a parent wants their kid to get that.
How long?
I don't know the exact. Listen, I'm not a fucking boomer like you.
Well,
I
no,
don't
you're
know the
saying
exact
you're
date.
saying that it's they're using them as test dummies, so it must have been like what, last year, maybe 6 months ago or so.
I'm talking vaccines in general. I'm not talking specifically measles. But any parent can decide what their
Well,
kids want
I'm
to get.
talking about measles, so I'm asking you that question. You said they're being
Yeah, but
used
do you
as
think
test
that it
dummies.
should be up to you? Do you think that it should be up to you or whatever?
Why aren't you answering the question, sir? You said they're test dummies. How long has it been around? Sir, why are
whether
you
or
not
not the kids
answering the
get it.
question? Why are you not answering the question? You said that children are being used as test dummies. So how long has the
Well,
vaccine
yeah, for
been
COVID,
around?
all the new
I'm not
ones,
talking
for
about
every
sir,
new one that
you
came
are
out,
the
they always use them
only
as test bunnies.
fucking person that has mentioned COVID this entire time. I am not talking about COVID. How old did you say you were?
28.
You're 28 years old, and you cannot understand that I am not talking about COVID. Do you know that COVID and measles are two different diseases?
Yeah, I think I
Do
got
you
that.
understand that they are different vaccines also?
Bro,
Yes
you're
or no?
not an expert on
Yes,
vaccines.
I'm not. You're correct.
You're hammering me about
You are
vaccines,
correct.
but
I
you're
am not.
an
Do you
expert on
understand
vaccines.
that they are
Neither of
different
us
vaccines?
Neither of us are.
Correct. Do you
What?
know that they're different vaccines?
Bro, yes, I know
You
that.
do understand that. So when I say, sir, how long has the measles vaccine been around? You're not confused that I'm not saying COVID. You do understand the English language well enough to understand that measles and COVID are different words.
Okay, so why are you specifically
Yes
so
or
hung up
no
on the
question,
measles one?
sir.
Yo, who's the last person to ever catch measles that you know?
Literally, there's
Is
an
it that
outbreak
big of
in
a threat
Texas
that you need
right
to be
now.
yelling at people about it on the phone?
There is literally an outbreak in Texas right now.
Okay, well, I haven't heard shit about it.
Of
and I
course
don't know
you haven't
anybody
heard
who's
shit
got
about
measles.
it, sir, because the people at the CDC who talk about it were fired by Trump. So yes,
Maybe
you wouldn't
because
hear
they're
about
spreading fake information, bro. Maybe because they're spreading false shit, just like they did.
You know who else was
during
fired?
COVID.
Oh yeah, the people that tell you about freaking communicable diseases. Oh yeah, the people that were fired that
They
think
were
about things
wrong
like,
about everything during COVID.
they were
Why
wrong,
is
sir.
anybody
We're
supposed to
not
trust them now?
talking, sir. If a child literally,
Yeah, but that's why
sir,
people don't trust them anymore.
Sir, please explain to me. Okay, please explain to me how individual doctors in red states that are treating children with measles right now, okay, are lying. Please explain that to me.
Listen, I'm not saying that measles doesn't exist.
Okay,
but the
so there's
threat
a
level,
measles
no, the
outbreaks
threat
because-
level and the propaganda to
because
push it on people to get any vaccine they say is ridiculous.
doctors are reporting the actual individual cases of the measles, cases that are happening right now. Okay, that's
Listen,
what they're
it's up to
reporting.
the person
And see
whether
what
or
they're
not they
doing
wanna
is
get
they're doing.
vaccinated.
See what they're doing is they're doing their job and they're reporting that to the CDC. And then the CDC's job, okay, is to let the people know, hey, we have a problem. There is a lot of doctors in Texas right now, okay, that are diagnosing children with measles, and children are being hurt and being killed right now in the United States with measles. People should be aware of this, okay, because it could turn to something worse. Okay, Donald Trump didn't get rid of the people that decide whether those kids have measles. He got rid of the people that tell us about it. Okay, that's it. They're not making a recommendation. They're not making a diagnosis. This has nothing to do with COVID. This has to do with the alert systems in the United States. Okay, just like, hey, remember that little flood in Texas where there should have been an alert system that went out to let people know to escape before they should have? Those people were the people that are supposed to alert aren't the people that created the flood. Okay, they're the people that were just supposed to let you know it's coming. All right. And Donald Trump fired the people that are letting us know it's coming because he doesn't want people to know that there is a measles outbreak in Texas.
But do you
and
really
it's
believe
working,
that? You think Trump
and
is out
it's
to kill
working,
people with measles?
And it's working because people like you didn't know there was a measles outbreak in Texas.
Do you really think
Literally,
Trump is trying to
people
kill
like
people
you,
with
sir.
measles?
Literally,
Do you
people
really
like,
think that,
sir. I don't know
you
why
really
you're trying
think
to.
that
I don't know
Trump
why
is
you're
trying-
trying to steel man the argument. Okay, please stop.
No, I'm not steel manning
Yes,
it. I'm
you are.
genuinely
Okay.
asking you.
No, you're
No, I'm asking you a genuine question. Do you really think that
sir,
Trump's trying to kill people? What's his intention?
Shut up. I said that people are dying and their alert systems are not there. You're like, oh, well, you think Trump is trying to kill people with measles? Did I say that?
That's what you're implying.
No, it's
You're like,
not. If I'm
or he
applying to
doesn't
that,
care,
then if
or that
I'm
he doesn't
implying
care
that to
about
you,
people.
then you have two brain cells that are fighting for third. Okay, I am saying that
Okay.
Donald Trump
You can
within
hit me
the
with insults. I'm
CDC.
not insulting you.
Okay, your entire line of questioning is an insult to intelligence.
Oh, stop.
Okay.
Oh, did I hurt your safe space
you're in
and
it.
your
You're in
feelings
it.
with my logic
Sir,
and my facts?
yes, your logic, as in, yes,
You're like actually insulting me. I'm just having a
yes,
conversation.
yes, I am. Are you done getting your feelings hurt?
Sure.
I am insulting you. You can cry about it. Okay, cool. Now that we got that out of the way, now that you're not confused. Okay. Literally, I am saying that Donald Trump, when he puts people in charge like RFK, get rid of the warning systems and the safeguards that protect people in the United States. Okay, when you're saying that stopping things like vaccines and all this sort of stuff and making a CDC panel of anti-vaxxers, when you're saying that's erring on the side of caution, no. That is not erring on the side of caution. It is doing the exact opposite of that. The caution is to be able to let people and doctors know, hey, there could be an outbreak of a communicable disease in the United States. That's erring on the side of caution. But Donald Trump doesn't want that. That's why he's putting people in that are firing those people. Okay. And now people are less safe in the United States right now. Okay. Due to the removal of these health measures and multiple other health measures, including, things like foodborne illnesses. Those people are all fucking gone. Doctors and scientists and people that literally study things like epidemiologists that have been career, doctors that have just worked specifically on protecting the American people. And he's gotten rid of those people for anti-vaxxers. So please explain to me, sir, how getting rid of the people that keep us freaking safe from communicable diseases is America first.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with any other country, so I don't know why you're talking about America first, but I would say it's up to each individual and their parents whether or not they want to get the vaccine. You can't make anybody get a vaccine they don't want to get. Now, whether or not Trump fired people from the CDC that were trying to spread measles news, listen, maybe he did that. Maybe I don't agree with it. Maybe I do. Who cares? But it's up to each individual person if they want to get the vaccine.
Awesome. Who in
You
this
can't
country
force
was
people like?
Who was forced?
Well, 4 years ago, people were forced to
Who was
get
forced?
vaccines because of their jobs.
No, hold on. I might be forced to buy black pants because of my job. Does that mean that someone can't force me to buy black pants?
Bro, I had to get the vaccine because they forced me to.
Sir,
my job made it mandatory.
I asked you a question, okay? If somebody says I have to buy black pants in order to have a job, or does that mean that they're forcing me to have black pants? Or do I need to accept that condition in order to work at that place?
It's insane.
Listen, man, I don't know what you're trying
It
to
is a
compare
simple
pants to.
question, sir. Every single job that I've ever worked, I don't know how many jobs you've worked. It sounds like maybe 0, okay, has had conditions, okay, in order to work at that place. Hey, you need to have a phone so we can contact you, or you need to have the ability to have transportation to be able to get to work, or you need a certain type of uniform. You need to purchase black pants or black shoes or something like that in order to be forward facing, okay? And they make that requirement for that job. That's not them forcing you to do anything. That is saying that is a condition of employment for this establishment.
Yeah, and I don't agree with that. And most Americans
you
didn't
cannot
agree with that. That's why we voted against it.
You cannot agree with that at all. That's totally fine. That's not forcing someone to get a vaccine. That's saying that
fine.
certain
It's not
corporations.
forced, I don't agree with
then
it, and I'm
who
gonna
is
vote
being
against it
forced
every
to get a
time.
vaccine, sir? Then who's getting forced to get a vaccine?
Everybody, whenever the Democrats get into power, they want to fucking force
Show me
people
one
to
person
get
that was
the
forced to
vaccine.
get a vaccine in this country.
No, a lot of people were.
Who?
And a lot of people
Who?
had bad reactions
Who?
to it. Many, many Americans.
Then
in this
show me
country
show
were
me
forced to
evidence
get
of
the
one.
vaccine. I can show you evidence that I was personally forced to get the vaccine in order to have the job.
Yeah, no, that's not forced. That's a condition of employment. I want you to show me the one person.
Tyrannical in a whole
Sir, no, I
corporate
want you to
sense.
show me
Great.
the one person. Okay, one or few people. You say you have all these people. Can you please show me the person that was held down and given the vaccine against their will?
Children that couldn't consent.
Children can't consent to any vaccines. Does that mean we should not give them medical care? If a children,
No, but children were vastly no.
Sir,
Children
if a child
were vastly less likely to ever inherit COVID.
If a child has cancer, can they consent to that surgery?
Now you're comparing COVID to cancer.
No, sir, I am
Your
literally
callers are,
saying
your callers
sir,
are getting bored, bro. Your
no,
callers
my
are,
callers are doing.
your
My
chat's
people are
getting
doing
bored.
just fine, sir. Please explain to me how a child gives consent to
They're
medical
bored of me.
care.
Say that again.
Please explain to me how a child gives consent for medical care.
They can't, and that's what I mean.
They can't.
All of you
So
Democrats, you want to
obviously
push it on them. You want to make the decision for them.
This dude thinks that a 3-year-old should be walking into Dr. Johnson's office being like, I consent and I'm going to sign the paperwork.
No, I'm
Okay,
saying
to
that
make
you
sure
guys
that
are the
I
ones
can
that
get
force
to make
kids
sure
to
that
get
I can get
vaccines that they don't know anything
care
about.
for my upset tummy.
I'm just saying, bro, you support a group of people in a mindset where you are making the decision for the child.
Sir.
When they're not old
Yes,
enough to
I
make
want
them for
all
themselves.
children to have their medical decisions made by their fucking parents, by adults.
Yeah, but you want their parents to take the vaccine route every time.
Sir, are you saying that you want children to individually make medical decisions without their parents?
No, but you can't force them to get a vaccine if you don't even know what's in it.
You're doing. That's exactly what you're doing then. But the government did not force a single person outside of the military who signs away their rights to any other thing because they get forced to have whatever vaccine the military
There's a
says
lot
they have
of
to have.
liberal parents out there like yourself,
not a
progressive
singular. No.
parents that
I
are
don't care
forcing it
about
on their
those people.
kids.
I said the U.S. government did not force a single vaccine on a singular person that was outside of
Yeah,
the
but if you
military
all had it
who
your way,
signs
you
away
would.
their
You
rights to
would.
do that.
You
No,
would
no,
prefer
sir.
a
It's
government
not
where
whether
they
you
instill
think,
that on
sir,
people.
sir,
You
you're
would.
trying to make an arbitrary claim of, oh, I think that if you had your way, you would do X, Y, and Z. You're saying that someone was forced. Who was forced?
People in order to make a living.
Not a
were
person.
forced.
Not a single person. Not a single person. Your entire idea of people being forced did not exist. Okay? You're the one that's making up this fucking claim because you have nothing else to fucking stand on, and you want people's freaking health and
Bro,
safety
you
to
don't
be at
stand on
risk.
shit.
And
You won't even tell us who you voted for. What do you stand on? You don't stand on
sir,
anything.
you think
You
that
just
what I
insult
stand
people.
on is
That's all
contingent
you
on
do.
sir, you think what I stand on is contingent on who I voted for?
But you won't even reveal that.
Sir,
How
I reveal it
disingenuous to have a
literally.
political
I
conversation,
literally talk about
and
it
you're
all
like,
the
well,
time.
I could have voted for Kamala, but I'll never tell. Like, that's
What are you
disingenuous,
talking about?
bro,
I'll
and you
never
don't stand
tell.
on
I
anything.
voted for Kamala Harris. Of course I did. I'm just not stuck
All
in
right,
last
well,
year
then
like
that
you.
makes you a fucking idiot, and anybody with a brain
Yeah, see, that's
cell
all
knows
you got,
that
sir.
voting for
Because
Kamala
you're
Harris
getting
makes you a fucking
absolutely
idiot.
fucking walked on health in this fucking country. You're
You
getting absolutely
voted for
walked.
somebody who didn't even run on anything, bro.
Because you're getting absolutely walked on the conversation that we're
He
having.
didn't run on anything, and you voted
because
for
you're
her.
getting
This is
walked
the
on the
problem with the
conversation
country.
that we're having. You're like, let's go back to the election in November because I don't know what
Yeah,
the
because
fuck
you
I'm
tried to
talking
send
about.
us into a fucking shithole
Because Donald Trump is putting the health and safety of freaking children in this country at risk. But I don't have enough fucking intelligence to actually have this fucking conversation. So I want to go back to who you voted for in November. That's us. Why can't you stay on? Why can't you stay on topic, sweetheart?
Why do you call it sweetheart? Why are you so zesty? Jesus. This is just weird, bro.
My backup, I appreciate it. You voted for in November. That's us. Why can't you stay on? Why can't you? All right. Well, sounds like you're cooked. Have a good one, I guess. Bro had to go all the way back to freaking, oh, you voted for Kamala. That's all he had, dude. Yo, make sure you guys, if you guys are here for the first time, you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications. I really, really appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're about to move on to the next caller. Keep this thing going. I've seen so many of the super chats. I'm gonna hit a couple of the super chats as we move on to the next caller so we can keep this thing going. But Mystic, thank you so much for the gifted. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And Taurus, thank you so much for the 5 gifted also. I really, really appreciate that. Big W's in the chat for both of them. Really, really appreciate that. We're gonna open up these phone lines, keep this thing going while I hit one or two of them. Rob said some folks want better healthcare. This caller wants to resurrect polio. Oh, right. Jesus Christ, absolutely crazy. If you guys would like support, please consider sending super chats or any of the other fun stuff that we have over here. Oh my goodness, why do we have all these freaking? Also, pay links in the bio. I really appreciate that. Also, thank you guys so much. Rob also said if stupidity were contagious, we need vaccines for whatever this caller is doing.
Insane.
Thank you so much, Rob. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. How are you doing
I'm
today?
doing great. How old are you?
It's
I'm
insane.
22.
Awesome. You support Trump?
Sorry, what was that?
You support Trump?
Do I spark up? Do I smoke weed?
Well, I know that's the case. Do you support Trump?
Hold on.
Hello, how are you? Hello. Hello, how are you?
I'm living the dream, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
Actually 37. I was going to say 27, but I was living in the past.
Yeah, sound like that last caller. So you support Trump?
Yeah, I support Trump. I like him a lot. He's a pretty cool dude, honestly. I like him as a president.
You like him as a president, huh? So you're for
Yeah,
the
I know.
military
It's
occupation.
insane.
So you're for the military occupation of American cities? That's weird.
Military occupation of American cities. I mean, it's been done before. I mean, I think right now
Yeah.
they're doing
There's
they're
tons
doing
of times it's been
Washington
happening.
D.C. right now. trying to clean
Yeah,
up the streets.
Berlin, Rome.
Berlin and Rome were military occupied. Yeah, I mean, a lot of places are occupied by the military.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the military. It was pretty cool. But in the army, like in the federal government, you're not allowed to do anything on civilian land. So all those dudes in the military are like guardsmen, reservists, and stuff.
That's
like
not
that.
true. He deployed the active duty Marines in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow, that's cool. Do they have weapons on them? Because I know we weren't allowed to carry weapons in civilian service.
Yep. Just like the current National Guard does in DC. Why do they have weapons anyway? That's a curious question.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't even allowed to carry our weapons off a post. So, like, if we were to go like down range into a different like area of operation, we have to lock them up. They'd be transported separately, and then we get off.
Yeah, and why is that?
That's so weapon accountability. They don't want us to have firearms around in the civilian population. We don't want to shoot anybody, and we also don't want to get that shit stolen.
Oh, did you ever think that maybe it was also
things.
because a bunch of military people, walking around a city with a bunch of guns probably isn't very helpful?
I mean, it's a show of force. I doubt that they'd use them. Their ass would be in Leavenworth.
Then why give it to them?
That. Like I said, show of force. I'm surprised that they even have ammunition with them, to be honest with you.
Oh, gotcha. So you're saying it's a show of force, but you can't prove that at all. You're just saying that I don't know why they have weapons at all because they can't use them because they would go to jail for that, which is absolutely correct. So why give a whole bunch of people weapons, right, and loaded weapons and put them in the middle of a city if any use of those weapons in that city would result in, a court-martial?
I mean, that's a good question, because even overseas, when you're on a forward operating base, you're not even allowed to have your weapon and ammunition, the ammunition inside the weapon. You have to keep them separate.
Yeah, sir. The reason why that is because Donald Trump wants violence.
I mean, violence, law and order. I mean,
No. How is violence law and order, sir? How is freaking arming American citizens against American citizens law and order? I mean, hell, you just said he wasn't even allowed to do that.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, unless they changed some kind of law. I mean, I was in 2010, so if they had some kind of executive order.
Yeah. So why if that was if they can't use them and it doesn't help anything, why would they do that?
That's a question you have to ask them.
The answer is because they want violence, sir. This is why they're actually moving off of DC and going to Chicago so quickly, is because DC was too compliant. And so they need to move on to the next city that, the next liberal city that they can go to, because he's literally trying to squash out people that are against his political ideology in this country.
Well, if they had compliance in Washington, D.C., I think that would prompt him to go to Chicago and try to gain the same kind of compliance.
If they had compliance, then why did he send them there to begin with?
I didn't catch the last part. I'm sorry.
If they were compliant, then why did he need to send them there to begin with?
Well, I guess they weren't being compliant before.
Oh, but they were. Crime was at a 30-year low.
That's a good thing.
Then again, why did we need to send a bunch of armed military men to the city?
I have no idea. I'd have to.
Well, sir, this is the person that you're claiming that you support. This is the person that you're claiming that you support. You're saying you were a military guy. You're a vet in this country. Thank you for your service. I appreciate that. I am curious, as a vet of this country, why you're supporting a president, okay, from somebody like you that took the oath of oath to support and defend the Constitution. Okay, why you're supporting a presidential candidate that is literally seeing the military after American citizens. Literally, I'm pretty sure that's like most of what the Constitution was about, right? Was trying to make sure that we didn't have a tyrannical government, right? That was a good part of it. So why are you supporting that government literally taking its military and putting it against its own people?
Well, I support him for a bunch of different reasons. I don't know if that's a particular reason I'd support him for. Maybe I don't support that particular action that he's doing, but he was getting the results that he wants, which is the compliance portion of it.
They were already compliant, sir. If the city's already compliant, and then I sit in the military and they're still compliant, I did nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's good training for the soldiers that are out there.
It's good training for their soldiers to stand in front of Soul Cycles and Chipotle's in DC.
Chipotle's in DC.
Yeah, wouldn't they be better off at their bases actually training?
Oh, that would be a good thing, but I guess it's a real world experience, stuff like that.
It's not a war, sir. It's Washington, D.C. Is D.C. at war? Are we at war?
I hope not. The oath that we took was to defend the Constitution from the enemies that are foreign and I guess domestic. So maybe he's thinking that there's a domestic threat that he's trying to
Or maybe
take care
he's
of.
the domestic threat.
Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, it does. I look at it from the point of we have police forces in this country, and those police forces are supposed to be the ones that are doing the policing. Okay, when you start bringing the military in to do the policing, which is not their job, just like you very eloquently said earlier, right? That it's not their job. Then that is the government trying to control. Remember, like I don't know if you're big like on the Second Amendment, but I hear Second Amendment arguments all the time talking about how we need to be able to have weapons in this country to defend against a tyrannical government. And when I hear that, I heard that, hey, if the military wants to attack and if the government wants to attack and turn the military on its own people, that we need to be able to be armed in order to make sure that they can't do that. And I always thought that was funny. It is just really, really funny to me, okay, how those same group of people that have been telling me for years that we need to be able to, fight against a tyrannical government are the same people that are for the tyrannical government.
Yeah, I can understand that. We're gonna say, oh yeah, the whole law enforcement thing. I totally agree with you. Military should not be doing police kind of stuff. That's kind of the whole reason I didn't exit the military and join the law enforcement side right outside of that, because being in the military, we don't really do law enforcement kind of stuff. And for us to get out of the military after we, basically sign notes saying we're going to protect America, we're going to protect American citizens. Oh, by the way, let me go ahead and arrest you for having weed or for stealing something or for having an argument with your domestic partner. It's like, that's not my job. I got way more important shit to do.
Well, then I would say, sir, if that's your stance, okay, if that's your stance, then I would highly advise that you take a good hard look at who you're supporting and why you're supporting them, because they are going completely against that. But anyways, I'm going to move on to the next caller. I hope you have a good one. Appreciate you. Corey, thank you so much for that $2 super chat. Said his villain name will be the deflector. Probably. I really appreciate that. Rob S., thank you so much for the $5 scissors. That one time Joe Biden kicked in the door of my house and gave me the vaccine. I forgot about that. That's actually how I got my 12th booster. That's actually how I got my 12th booster. It was actually specifically Joe Biden. I know he was old and frail, couldn't stay on the stage, right? But like he walked up, kicked the door in, all right, and just right here in the neck. I think I have a scar there, actually, from right where he nailed me right there. Thank you so much, Rob. Stacey said, damn leftist trusting decades of medical research. Crazy leftist. Corey, I already did that one. I care. I'm trying to make sure. Oh, I want to make sure I hit all of them. Oh, I just did this from Rob too. I really appreciate that. And Just Me said, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Big W's in chat for Just Me. He says, I haven't been here for a while. I've been focusing on my mental health and away from politics. I will always support you. Just Me, I really appreciate that. This is actually my first day back since Thursday because I took a mental health break for a few days too. We all need it, okay? Mental health days are important. All right. Very, very important. So I appreciate that. Thank you for being here and supporting Just Me. That really, really means a lot. Y'all, if y'all would like to support the live, first of all, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications if you haven't already. If you'd like to support, I also do have super chats open. Gifting memberships and subs and all that fun stuff is really, really awesome. Becoming a member or a sub, I really, really appreciate that also. Oh, and Tara, thank you so much for the $5 over on Venmo. Said, you've heard of Murphy's Law, but have you heard of coleslaw? Coleslaw, she says. Coleslaw. Okay. Thank you, Tara, for the support over on Venmo. I really appreciate that. Hello, how are you?
I just want to say you're a faggot.
Okay. Wait, you trying to like hook up or what's up?
And Kamala. And Kamala.
Thought I was getting hit on there for a second. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do.
That's weird. How old are you?
28.
28. So you're 28 and support Trump. That's really strange.
You got a lot of young guys that vote for him.
I know. It's so weird.
But so I wanted to, if possible, touch on the topic you guys were just discussing, the militarization and sending, Department of Homeland Security, FBI, and that sort of thing into D.C.
I never really spoke about the FBI. Donald Trump has the ability to send in the FBI wherever he wants. That doesn't bother me. I wish the FBI
but
was doing things that were more important, like national security matters, which is actually their like job more than like local policing, right? Like I think that'd be my big
So
thing
I-
with like the FBI. Like there are a lot of federal law enforcement agencies and like places like DC, but it's like the FBI. Like I don't need the FBI worried about
Insane.
like looting a store or something like that, right? Like shouldn't they be worried about stopping
Well-
the next 9/11?
So I live in the DC area. I work in DC as a plumber every day.
That doesn't answer my
And,
question.
The mayor, who's a Democrat, is agreeing with the policy because it's working.
That's totally
And
fine.
I've
That doesn't
listened-
answer my question.
Well, yeah, they're not just looting stores. They're getting criminals off the street. People with guns, people with drugs. They've been busting
Actually,
a lot of
arrests are
people in
actually down compared to the same amount of time last year. And while the mayor hasn't like specifically like gone against anything that Donald Trump does, she did say specifically
She's endorsed it.
she's endorsed certain parts of it, not other parts of it. She did specifically say that the National Guard had no necessity to be there.
The National Guard is mainly around the parks, the Capitol, and the White House, and probably to
Right,
stop
but-
any violence.
But
any
we were
violent
talking about
riots.
the National Guard, and that was the specific part that she was against.
Okay, well, they're there and they're guarding the White House, the Capitol, and they're making sure everything's safe while the police agencies and the government agencies are going in and getting criminals out of Southeast, Northeast DC.
Yeah, but
Those
again,
areas
arrests
that
are but again, arrests are down as compared
You
to
can
the last.
say that.
Well, I am saying
I mean-
that because the data shows that arrests are down this year, down in this amount of time since Donald Trump has sent these people in compared to last year. Also, again, crime is at a 30-year
The
low
people
in
feel
DC.
safe, though.
Sir, the crime is
Doesn't
down.
people feeling safe have something to do with that, though?
People
Like,
feeling
doesn't
safe
that
is
matter?
totally great, but actually, the last Quinnipiac poll and I believe the last AP poll both showed from DC residents that the DC residents do not support what's going on there because they understand that while crime, the suppression of crime, is a good thing, right? I'm not saying that it's not. Okay, the way that the suppression of crime is happening, okay, is not necessary, and it's not really helping. Actually, there's been multiple
It is
reports.
so
There
wait.
have actually been lots of reports, and you say you're from the DC area, that says that most of the people that are deployed in these areas aren't even going into the high crime areas.
They are. They're in every. They just went through Saratoga in Northeast DC, which is a well-known hood of DC. There's not one piece of trash. I actually have a 25-year-old,
Piece of trash.
year
Wow.
resident of DC recording it and saying, "I can't believe this.
Wow.
Saratoga is finally
So,
clean and safe."
so we have
A
a
resident.
whole bunch of National Guardsmen that are just glorified street cleaners.
They are around the parks, the Capitol, and the White House. As I
No,
stated
because
earlier,
because
the
I
parks.
have seen that. I have seen the National Guardsmen walking around picking up trash, and that's like
In the
that's-
parks.
Yeah, and that's like totally cool.
It's our
Except
nation's capital.
hold
I mean,
on,
we want it
sir.
safe,
Like,
clean.
that's totally cool. Except for those are the most overpaid trash pickuppers in the existence of America, right?
Okay,
And
the mayor isn't doing anything.
Sir, I'm speaking. Okay, those are the most overpaid freaking trash pickers on the face of the planet. On top of that, you do realize that these National Guardsmen like have jobs both within the military and outside the military that have to do with things like national defense and training for national defense. So I'm sorry, like if you want just like a trash cleanup service, that's totally
Yeah, but
great.
why are you ignoring?
That's totally great.
Why are you
but
ignoring
I
all
would
the other
suggest that you
agencies?
like pick up like like
You're
maybe
ignoring
like
DEA, DHS. You're ignoring all the other agencies that are
yes,
putting in work.
I'm
in
sure they're all
carjacking was
doing
down
a
83%.
great job at picking up trash.
By the way, the crime stats that you mentioned, I just want to say, the DC Metropolitan Police Department is being investigated not only by Internal Affairs, but now by the DOJ for falsifying burglaries and putting them down in steps so they don't look as bad in other things. That
Yes, sir. No offense to you. Well, no, that's a lie. Complete offense to you. Okay. Based off of what the DOJ has sued people for recently. Okay. I'm going to
Internal
go.
Affairs.
Yeah. Internal
DC
affairs, all that
Internal
sort of
Affairs
stuff,
as
sir.
well.
Whatever
That's
that
not
is.
government.
That's not
That's not
government
federal.
now.
That's not like the federal. That's not the White House. It's not the executive branch. It's
I
not the
didn't say
DOJ.
it was.
Yeah, well, those are two independent
All right.
investigations.
Well, how about this?
that
How
are
about this?
targeting-
I'll just stop speaking, and why don't you just say whatever you need to say? Because every time I say 4 words, you just try to start speaking. So why don't you go ahead?
Hey, you interrupted me in the beginning.
No,
too,
go
so-
ahead. Whatever you're saying is obviously so much more important.
Okay, well, the mayor of DC, who was initially against this policy, is now saying it's actually effective and working in reducing crime. Carjackings are down 83%. Crime is down overall in DC. You can point to the 30-year low.
Oh. All right, are you done now? All right, you're done now?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So why are you going to justify that we have
Go ahead.
overpaid freaking... Oh, you're gone now. I guess you didn't actually want any questions to anything you had to say. That's why you kept cutting me off. But hey, that's totally fine. Mystic, thank you so much for the gifted. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's very, very sweet. And Corey said, people absorb your facts and spit it back out with more BS or deflect it all day long, Corey. That's all they know how to do. That's all they know how to do. I'm still very confused on what that guy's point was, but that's fine. I was trying to get to the bottom of it, but he didn't want to address it. Oh, no, he can go ahead and monologue. It don't bother me. Hello, how are you? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
38.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Nah, I don't support nobody, buddy.
All right, man. Well, have a good one. All right, we're going to keep this thing moving on. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
You sound familiar.
How are you?
You sound familiar.
Do I?
Yeah. How old are you?
I am 19.
No, I'm good. Hello, how are you?
Good, you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
32.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. 32 is a good age.
Very good. Prime of your life.
I mean, probably your life. I don't know.
So what do you want to talk about?
What do I want to talk about?
Yeah, don't you open
What do you
up
feel
like a
about like
question?
how do you feel about like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce getting engaged?
I think that's good. I'm not a Chiefs fan, so that helps us.
Hmm.
You're not a Chiefs fan either, I assume?
I'm not. I'm a Chargers fan, so I'm the exact opposite of that. Yeah.
I'm a Giants fan.
What do you feel about Donald Trump spending all this time like talking about Taylor Swift? Isn't that kind of weird?
I don't know, pop culture type thing.
I know, but why do you want your president involved in pop culture?
Every president's been involved in pop culture.
I mean, to a certain point, right? But to go out and be just like criticizing fucking like Taylor Swift, like kind of weird.
Yeah, the media picks up on it. And
I'm just saying it's kind of weird, right? Like, did you hear that whole like what was it? Was it Tucker Carlson or no, it was Charlie Kirk thing where he was talking about how now freaking Taylor Swift needs to be like submissive to to Travis Kelce, and maybe she needs to have a whole bunch of kids because she has the money for it, and then she'll actually start being a conservative.
Who, Charlie Kirk said that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's a very smart guy.
No, so you agree with that sentiment?
No, I don't agree with him. I'm saying he's.
Well, I'm asking you what you feel about that. What you feel about that statement that she needs to, submit to her husband now and just stay at home and have a whole bunch of kids, even though she's like a fucking billionaire, right? Largest entertainer on the planet. And he's pretty much saying that because she's a woman, it doesn't really fucking matter, and she just needs to, just submit to her husband and then become a conservative, because that's apparently what conservatives do. They just have their women submit to them. I mean, I guess it's not really surprising, but.
It's like that one church.
Anyways, I was just wondering how you feel about that.
How I feel about women being submissive.
Yeah, how do you feel about Charlie Kirk telling the most freaking, like, probably one of the most popular women on the planet, someone who's like filthy rich, that they need to submit their husband and have a bunch of kids?
It's pretty crazy.
I mean, it's your side. I mean, Kirk is a Trump ally. Just wondering.
I don't agree with everything on my side.
Oh, what don't you agree with?
Well, that's one of them.
Well, how about one I don't bring up?
One that you don't bring up? All
yeah.
Right, let's see here. What do I don't agree with? That's a hard one.
Well, I'm just you're the one who just said I don't agree with everything.
I don't agree with the bump stock that he did. I don't agree with that. That one wasn't cool.
How about something on this presidency?
This presidency, I don't agree with the big beautiful bill. That's one.
So his like literally only major piece of legislation? Literally,
Well, parts of it.
the only real thing that he's done since he's been
Parts of
president
it,
is
I
the
don't
part you
agree
don't
with it.
agree with. So why do you support, sir? If you don't agree with like literally the only piece of thing, like the only real thing
I
that
said
he's
parts of
done
it.
this entire, sir,
bill isn't
parts
one
of
thing.
it are the bill. Okay, you
Well,
don't
the
seem to
bill's not
understand it, sir.
one all-encompassing.
Sir. If you don't agree with parts of the bill, then you don't agree with the bill. Okay,
No, because you
that's
don't
how
have to agree
bills
with parts
work.
of the bill and still vote for it.
I'm sorry.
You can agree with the majority of a bill and vote for it, and not agree with some of it.
Well, it depends on what parts you disagree with. What part do you disagree with?
The taxes.
What part of
how
them?
the tax are structured.
You mean the tax structure that gives giant freaking tax breaks to corporations and super rich people?
Yeah, I think it should be more tax breaks.
You think it should be more tax breaks for super rich people?
I do.
Oh, so you're super rich.
I'm in the middle class.
I didn't ask you that about that. You said that you're freaking, you want to give huge tax breaks to the rich. I'm asking you, are you rich? So you're saying no?
Well, right, what's your super rich? Top 1%? I'm not in the top 1. I'm in the top 5.
So why are you advocating so hard, like for just rich people? Why are you simping for like billionaires so hard, dude?
Well, I think if you earn your money, you should be able to keep it.
Sir, I don't have a problem with people earning their money and getting to keep it. Why do you believe that people that make a whole bunch more than you should keep more of their money than you do?
Because they earned it.
So did
compared
you.
to some bum on the street.
So did you. You earned your money.
I did, and I'm in that tax. I'm in the high.
So, sir,
portion of it.
sir, so
I
why do
should
you
pay less
believe
taxes?
that people that earn more than you should pay less in
Mhm.
taxes?
Again, I'll say the third time they earned it.
Sir, so did you. You're still paying more of your taxes under Donald Trump's tax plan. Maybe I can quantify this for you. Maybe I can make this a little easier for you, okay?
Go ahead.
I believe, as someone on the left, that someone like you should keep more of your taxes, okay? And that people that make more money than you should pay, at minimum, the even amount of taxes that you pay. Okay?
I disagree with that. but
Gotcha.
okay.
So you don't believe that people that people that are richer than you should pay that their fair share of a percentage of tax just like you do?
No, because my wealth isn't flatlined right now. It's going to continue to go up.
Yeah, and as it goes up, the same percentage stays the same.
But no, because you're saying if I get to the top percent, I have to pay more taxes. compared
No, I'm
to
not.
somebody
I actually
below
said
me.
at minimum the exact same as what you're paying right now.
So the people below me should pay the same as I'm paying,
As far as a rate, yes.
and the people that continue. So you believe in a flat tax?
I'd much rather have a flat tax than what Donald Trump is doing.
Ted Cruz went for a flat tax.
Ted
And that
Cruz
kinda got
is
demolished in
probably in
Congress.
Mexico, but regardless of that,
He was a big advocate. That's a big advocacy for the conservative side, was flat taxes at one point.
then why isn't Donald Trump pushing it?
Because, it just didn't work out. They already tried.
What do you mean
pushing
didn't
it
work out? He
through.
had the House, he had the Senate, he had the presidency. He could have passed whatever tax he wanted.
Again, they tried it, didn't work. So they
When did he
moved to a
try
more
it?
stringent plan.
Hold on, when
Back
did
in
he
like
try it?
2017, 2018.
No, I'm saying right now. We had the big, beautiful bill right now. Donald Trump had the ability to pass whatever he want. Why didn't he pass a flat tax?
Maybe it just wouldn't work. I don't know what goes behind the scenes.
What do you mean it wouldn't work, sir? That's what we're talking about right now. You're just saying right now that you think rich people should pay less in taxes than middle class people.
Yeah.
How is that going to work out better than a flat tax?
I didn't advocate for a flat tax. I'm saying you're advocating for a flat tax.
I'm advocating for literally anything better than fucking what Donald Trump is doing, which is just give rich people more tax breaks and make poor people pay more in taxes.
Well, then if he did a flat tax, you'd disagree with that one too,
I
right?
purposely am not even a big fan of the flat tax. I think rich people should actually pay a higher percentage by a long shot, and that poor people should pay a lower percentage. I think that as your wealth increases, I believe that you should pay more money in taxes, right? Like, I think that makes complete sense. The burden of the taxes should be, more skewed towards the top, right? That's personally what I believe. I'm literally trying to give you an out by just going with flat tax, and you're just like, nope, I want everybody richer than me to pay nothing in taxes, and I want to pay more. I just don't get that sentiment.
It's not what I said.
That is literally what you're advocating for, sir. I've asked you at least 6-7 times to explain yourself, and you won't explain anything further than that.
Because I think I should be paying less taxes, and then the rich people above me should be paying lesser taxes, and the people below me should be paying more taxes.
Gotcha. So poor people should pay a higher percentage of taxes and rich people should pay a lower percentage.
In terms of percentage amount, yes.
That's fucking weird.
Capitalism.
That's not capitalism, sir.
It's 100% capitalism.
No, it's not.
If you work hard,
That's
to
an
achieve goals,
oligarchy.
you should pay less.
That's an oligarchy.
If you're a bum living off food stamps, you shouldn't be rewarded for that.
Rewarded?
Mm-hmm.
You think people are rewarded by having food stamps?
100%. There's many
Sir,
people
if we
that sit on
tax
couch
the
and do
people on
nothing.
food stamps more, then how would they ever get off of food stamps?
Work harder. Get education.
Why
get a
work
better
harder
job,
when the majority of your money is going to
Get
just
out
be
of the
paid?
ghetto.
Sir, how are you supposed to get out of the
Okay.
ghetto when the majority of the money that you're making is getting paid to the government?
I don't know. Ask the people that actually got out of the ghetto.
Well,
Ask
the people that got out of the
actually worked
government
hard.
did it through social programs. We actually see that people that actually have strong government social programs in place have a lot easier time getting out of things like the ghettos or the projects or anything like that. Out of poverty is a better way to put that, but whatever way you want to do it. But we actually see a direct correlation between government social programs and safety nets and, getting out of poverty. But you're advocating
You
for
do.
being against that. You're saying that we should actually keep people in poverty longer.
If they don't work hard, I don't see a problem with that.
No, sir, that's the whole point is what you're advocating for is the harder you work, the more you're punished.
No, the harder you work, the more successful you become,
No,
the
you-
more you make.
No, you're
You
not
get
making,
rewarded.
sir,
It's
you're not
incentivized.
making more if you're advocating for a higher tax for poor people.
It's
So your
insane.
definition of hard work is not making more, it's just working hard at what they're doing now.
Sir, what I'm saying is you're saying that the harder you work, the more punitive it is.
Well, no, I mean, if you work at McDonald's and you work hard at McDonald's, that's great, but you're still at McDonald's.
Sir, do you think that the majority of people in poverty work in McDonald's?
No, I think the majority of people in poverty live off their ass and live off government.
Well, then will you please explain to me how freaking 60% of Walmart employees are on government assistance?
Because they work at Walmart.
Right, but you said they're being on their ass being lazy.
Most of them are, yeah.
But they're
Are those
working.
Walmart employees full time or are they part time?
But they're working. You do realize
let's get
that
into depth-
you
let's get
sir,
into
you
depth
do
with it.
realize that the overwhelming majority of people that are on food stamps, as you call them, which of course is SNAP benefits, right? Because this isn't the 90s, right? That actually
shit.
they actually
That's-
have jobs like well over like 90%, right?
So how much does a Walmart person make?
How much does a Walmart person make? You do realize that
employee at
Walmart's one of the
Walmart.
largest companies in the United States. You're going to have to get a little bit more specific.
So you say 60%. I want to get specific of your thing. You said 60%. So
Yeah.
out of that 60%, where do they work? And how many hours do they work a
Walmart.
week?
Sir, you want me to break down the exact hours and hourly wage of 60,000 people?
You read the study. You're telling me. I
Sir,
just want to know what's
sir,
behind the
just
study.
just to be clear, you want me to break down the hours and hourly wage of 60,000 people. That's what you're advocating for right now. All
So
right.
every study has
Person
like a pie
number
chart.
1. All right,
An
we're going to
average.
start with person number
No,
1. This
I mean,
might
you don't have to be a
this
smart
might
ass.
take a while, guys, because I apparently need to break down every single of
Oh,
60,000 people. Okay, person number 1. Person number 1 makes $7.25 in Alabama. Okay, they work exactly 28 hours a week. Okay, they asked for more, but they can't get it. Person number 2, they got a raise, so they make $7.50 at that same store in Alabama. Okay, but they're only allowed to work 24 hours a week. Only 59,998 to go.
You have the study though?
Sir, what are you trying to get at, sir, besides the fact that one of the richest corporations in the United States pays their people nothing?
Well, you quoted a study.
Correct, and I'm
Being
trying to
smart-
understand what
yeah.
you're
So
actually
the
trying to
study
get to in this
there-
study.
So the study that you're quoting, it's going to show you like a pie chart of like how many hours people work, what their position is, stuff like that. Every
Did
study
you
does
read
that.
the
They
study?
Summarize it, not going one by one. Oh, no, you quoted it.
Then why are you telling me what's in the study?
Every case study has a summary. You can read it.
Yeah, there's
All
a
I'm
lot in the
asking you
study,
is to read your
but I don't
study.
know what you're actually talking to me about, sir. What's your point here?
I'm asking. You quoted a study. I'm asking.
All
you
right,
to
sir.
read the
Last
summary.
fucking chance, dude. What's your fucking point?
My point is they're not working hard enough.
All right, gotcha. So you again think that poor people should be taxed more at a higher percentage, so no matter how hard they work, they're more of their money is taken by the government. Cool.
Why are you crashing out right now?
I'm not crashing out, dude. I'm sorry that your stupidity does not freaking equate to my crash out.
You just cussed me. That's like I'm asking. Hey, quote a study that you brought
Yeah,
up.
'cause you're
and
a
you can't do it,
fucking
so you start
idiot.
cussing. There you go. Now you're personally attacking.
Yes, I am.
Just like the last guy made a point and you muted him.
No, I didn't mute him. I
Because
just
every
turned him
time
down
there's a
because he was
debate-
Insane.
All right, sir. So are you just here to cry?
I'm not the one crying. You are.
You literally are. So unless you
not.
want to continue with this point, I'll just move on to the next person.
You want me to pick up something else that I agree with in the bill?
No, I want you to address the points that I have tried to make to you about 6 times that you have
I
refused
addressed
to address.
Because you're crashing out.
Okay, whatever you need to make yourself feel better, address the point.
I mean,
Last
you
chance.
just replay it.
5,
You sound like a diva.
4,
You sound like
3.
a diva.
2, 1.
One. Bye, diva.
All right, MAGA, please do me a favor, okay? If you guys could, please try raising your children so I don't have to. Okay? I should not have to treat these children like they're, treat these people like they're in a freaking daycare right now. All right? That is freaking wild, dude. People are crazy. Anyways, Corey, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I really, really appreciate that. I said, send that man to the crazy house. I think he might already be there. Somebody needs to get fucking grandpa out of the freaking liquor cabinet. And thank you so much. Said, I want a study where it shows rich people work more than poor people. That is a great question. That is a great question. Apparently, rich people aren't lazy. They just, just sitting there collecting all of that money. It's just really, really easy for them. And thank you so much, Brilliant. And Rob said, this guy says that poor people should work 168 hours a week. 168 minimum. Minimum. All right. And oh my goodness, I'm going to mess up your name. I want to say Sierra. Kara? God, I'm screwing that up. Thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate that. Said, glad to see you back. Missed you these last couple of days. Hope you're feeling well. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to move on to the next caller. It started off a little fun. Now it's getting a little weird, to be completely honest with you. I'm starting to feel like a couple of these MAGAs are trying to hit on me. I felt that for a little bit here. Make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications. I really appreciate you that we do this every single day. But Fridays recently, and actually I will be on this Friday. So that no, I won't be on this Friday. Shit. I almost fucked up and told you the wrong thing. I won't be on this Friday because Friday is opening night for the Chargers. So I will not be there. If you guys would like to support the live, I do have super chats open. Pay links are in the bio. Finishing off live gift goals, all that fun stuff. So if you guys would like to support, I really, really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Also, I think let's see if we can get 3 more members over here tonight. That'd be really awesome. I think we can do 3 more today. Sabrina, can you check? Can you see if you got paid in your other Venmo? It should. Sabrina, I just saw that. It should be giving notifications on both. I don't understand.
I think we can do 3 more today.
Let me see. Hello, how are you?
Sabrina, can you see if you got...
Goodbye. That was weird. Why is it? Oh, Kara, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Thank you for the $10. I guess I didn't get that. I apologize. Uh-oh, we got a train fact coming in, y'all. We got a train fact. I made sure I saved the number real quick. This is a great time for a train fact, actually.
Oh, yeah. So this fun train fact comes from the 15-inch gauge Ravenglass and Eskdale Railway.
All right, said it.
Which opened up in 1915. The fun fact is their number 7, built in 1923, was rebuilt with a tender with power driving wheels. So it had the locomotive and then the tender were both powered. And It was a very, very poor design. I'll send it in your hobbies chat here. But the locomotive was named River-esque, and it served like that until about 1930, when it was rebuilt into a conventional locomotive. Afterwards, the driving wheels that lived under the tender sat in the engine shed till about 1963, when they were rebuilt into their own locomotive named River Mites. I'll put photos of both of them in the thing for you, but I thought you'd appreciate that train fact after that weird caller you had last.
I'm not gonna lie, I totally got up while you were talking about it for a second because you were like my intermission.
Oh, no, that's fine.
But it sounds like everybody else enjoyed it because I can totally freaking see what's going on in the chat, and everybody else very, very much enjoyed your train fact today. So I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for giving me a quick break. I needed it.
Hey, you're welcome.
Thanks a lot, man. Have a good one. Big time to the chat for Dave the Train Guy. I really appreciate that. We haven't had him up here in a while. That's been really, really nice. That's been really, really nice. All right, we're going to see if we got anybody else here. It seems to be slowing down a little bit today. I kind of expected it to be a slower one, and honestly, I kind of expected to have like a shorter night today, so. You can just end it right now, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, I am kind of tired. I have been driving most of the day, and the phone calls seem to be slow today, which is awesome. Well, which is weird, but that's okay. I don't mind that. Yeah, I see your phone call. I think I'm just gonna. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call for tonight. I hope you guys have a wonderful one. I'll see you guys back on tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Okay, love you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. All right. All right. Bye, y'all.